Okay, so we're back. We have the navigation bar, we have the grid system and the cards, and now we're going to talk about modifying the cards. What I have done in between the last two videos is I've added a bunch of pictures here. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Make sure you've titled them so that you understand where to put them in your code. And then, go file, upload, make sure they're JPEG. So when you have a picture, you're saving it, make sure to say .jpeg to override any other file type it might be. The CodeHS only does JPEGs and PNGs. And as far as I know, these JPGs are the same as the JPEGs. You just have to make sure in your code you write exactly the way that you see it. Okay, so I'm going to find my first card and, oh, oops. Let's go back into my system here. I'm going to find my first card right here. And let's see, so let me find my way down through here. We have the body opens, the nav bar opens and closes. You have a class that opens. You have a row. You have a column. Okay, and here is my card here. Okay, and again, the idea is that like you're borrowing this code, and there's a lot of code here, and your job is to find like where you can, like what the code means. You're supposed to decipher the code. So I'm going to look at my first image here. It says image source, and it has 3 dots here. It has an ellipse here. So you have to take out these 3 periods, and you have to add the name of your picture here. Make sure it is exactly like it is case sensitive. So make sure it is exactly what it says in your type right there, or the title that you gave it. So here's the Kehinde Wiley one right here. Okay. And then you are going to go in and just like change a bunch of the card title will be the artist. And again, if it's like a shoe, you'll put the card title of a shoe there. I have like already done this project, so I'm just going to go grab it. The thing that you're going to put, see, I'm putting a description of the artist here. So under where it says like where the paragraph tag is right here, you're going to take out this right here, take out this, keep the paragraph tags there, and you are going to add a description of whatever the first thing is. If it's a shoe, you're going to like add a description of like it's a Nike, whatever. If it's a movie, just add a quick description of like the movie. So let me show you what this looks like now. So I've modified the image, I've put the title in, I've put some information about this artist here. And what I also want you to do is, and I forgot to do this for the image, is go back up to the image. And where it says Alt, you're going to take away this, and you are going to add an alternative description of the image. And you are graded for this. This is part of the rubric here. This is what you do when the browser can't pull up the image itself. It'll give a brief description. It also helps people who are visually impaired to experience your image without being able to see it. So you're just going to put a description of the image here, and I'm going to pull out what mine says. Oh, mine didn't have anything in there, so let me actually add that in. 2 women in white dresses in front of a floral pattern. Okay, I'm sure Mrs. King would have like a better thing to say about this. And you don't actually end up seeing this alt text here. It is merely behind the scenes. It is behind like on the HTML. So if someone is using like a screen reader to access your website, someone is visually impaired or blind, they'll be able to, the screen reader will read off the alternative text, but you will never see it on the web page itself. It's just sort of behind the screens. And it's what we should do to make sure that everyone can access your website. Okay. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to change the anchor tags so that this little button goes somewhere. All right. So at the end of this, you should have all 6 of the cards. You should have the images, the titles, and the descriptions all set for your cards here.